So now we'll go to the other side of the planet. Mr. Mauricio Salvador is here. He's here. And he's coming from Brazil. He's the chairman of the Brazilian Association of Ecommerce. Welcome. Please.
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here in Greece to talk about e-commerce. I'm a great fan of digital business and e-commerce. I've been in this sector for many years, but also I'm a great fan of culture and the development of the civilization. So Greece is the cradle of the civilization, I know. I'm here to talk about the e-commerce in Brazil. I brought to you some numbers, some statistics, and also the most important information here in this session will be about how to sell to online shoppers in Brazil. We have around 100 million e-shoppers there, and they are very interested in buying online in cross-borders e-commerce. How do I start here? Don't worry, the presentation is coming from Brazil also. Thank you very much. So, my name is Mauricio Salvador. I'm the president of the Brazilian E-Commerce Association. First of all, I'd like to welcome everybody to Brazil. Be my guest there. It's a very good country to visit. Summer during all year. We have summertime in January, summertime in July, so summertime every time there. Good place, warm, great place, beautiful people, and most important also, good place to make business and party every day. Brazil is a good place to party also. We have a young and connected population. Brazil has a young population. I will show you the population pyramid here. So we are very concentrated in population between 20 and 50 years. So that are the most part of the population that are connected, that they are heavy users of internet, and of course they also like to buy online. So this is a good place to sell online also. We've been facing an economic crisis since 2014. Our GDP was very bad, but in 2016, 2 years ago, we impeached the president. So after the president was impeached, the Congress kicked her from the government, and the economy started growing again. So this is very impressive. The month after the president was kicked, the economy, the GDP, started growing again. And it's still growing. We had elections two weeks ago, and the new president is very progressive, so he's democratic, and he's also a person who will invest in the internet access for all the population, and we believe that it will be very good to e-commerce the next years also. After the impeachment, we also saw the unemployment start decreasing, so people are getting their jobs again, and this is of course is good because they are making money again, and they can buy things again, and they will also buy online. One interesting thing is, even with the economic crisis in Brazil, the e-commerce has grown around 18% per year. So there was no crisis for e-commerce in Brazil. Two factors here. One, because in the economic crisis, people has the perception that buy online is cheaper, so they look for products cheaper than offline. And the second factor is that we have many Brazilians buying online for the first time. We have on average 4 million Brazilians, new shoppers per year. That's a lot of people. Also, we have a very representative economy based on data from the International Monetary Fund. On this year, 2018, Brazil is the 9th world biggest economy. So we have a strong economy, and it's a good place to sell cross-border from Greece or from any other country from Europe. So because if you share your business representing selling to Brazil like for 2-3% or even more of your revenues, you have you have business on a big economy, even if there's a crisis there. What about e-commerce in Brazil? The population is 212 million people, but we have a little bit of more than the half of the population has internet access. But there are a lot of people connected. 123 million Brazilians has internet connection. From those, 66 million, they already bought online. So there are a lot of people buying online, and we expect that until 2022, that means in 3 years, we will have, in 4 years, we will have 100 million online shoppers. A lot of people buy online, so that's almost half of the e-shoppers in Latin America are based in Brazil. So if you focus in this country, you will have almost half of the e-commerce share in Latin America. If you see the revenues for the last years, as I said that the economic crisis began in 2014. So even with the economic crisis, we faced growth in the e-commerce revenues. For the next year, so this is in Brazilian reais. I exchanged it to euros. So on average, 20 billion euros in revenues. That's a kind of low number because we have an exchange rate now that the Brazilian reais are devaluated. But we expect that it will keep for the next year with the new government. Those are the best seller categories in Brazil on e-commerce. So household electronics first place, consumer electronics, information technology. We have high taxes in Brazil for this kind of electronics goods. But we have also opportunities in clothing, health and beauty, digital goods, and any other categories that has lower tax related. As I said, on average, 4 million of new e-shoppers per year. That keeps the sector growing. A lot of people buy online for the first time every year. And there's a concentration because Brazil it's a very big country, so we have many problems related to logistics in e-commerce. But if you focus on one region, you will have almost 60% of the share. So you don't have to start selling in Brazil. You don't have to worry about selling for all the country. You must start focusing on São Paulo, for example. São Paulo is one state that represents 40% of the share in e-commerce. That means almost half of the e-commerce in Brazil is based in São Paulo. The shoppers are based in São Paulo. We have many foreign investors also. I show you the top Brazilian e-commerce players and the countries that have investment on these companies. Mercado Libre. Mercado Libre started with Argentina, but now they are listed in Nasdaq. They are the number one marketplace in Brazil. So if you want to sell in marketplace in Brazil, those are the main marketplaces. Mercado Libre, B2W, the number one also. This is a 100% Brazilian company, but they are also a very big, very huge marketplace. Mercado Libre, Via Varejo, Walmart, Netshoes, those 5 marketplaces. If you sell on those 5 marketplaces, you have almost 90% of the share in e-commerce Brazil. So you will have to keep in mind that Mercado Libre has around 60%. So if you choose if you have to choose just one marketplace to sell in Brazil, choose Mercado Libre or B2W. Also very relevant, there are some international groups like Rakuten, Groupon, Post House, and Apple. Regarding some opportunities and challenges, we like to buy in foreign online stores. This is a PayPal study regarding the websites, the percentage of e-shoppers in Brazil that bought in foreign websites. So China, US, United States is the number one, especially because of Amazon and eBay. But China is growing very fast also with AliExpress, Alibaba, and DirectStream, maybe. But we have also many countries here in Europe selling to Brazilians, like France, or Deutsch, or Spain, or even Germany. So we have already the culture of buying on foreign web stores. So this is a great opportunity also. Some numbers. So this year we expect to have revenues of Brazilians buying on foreign web stores of $2.41 billion. That represents a growth of 80% based on the last year, and 42.3 million packages sent from foreign online stores, B2C, this is B2C, to Brazilian consumers. The average spend is $57, so it's a low average spend per purchase here, because if we buy until $50, there's no tax, so it's free tax, it's tax free until $50. This year, almost 10 million Brazilians will buy on foreign web stores. That's a lot of consumers buying in cross-border e-commerce. Compared to 5 years ago, 5.3 million Brazilians, so almost double in 5 years. So of course the main opportunity to sell online, not only to Brazil but all over the world, is digital goods and software as a service. So if you have digital goods, music subscription, or books, or softwares, or mobile applications, that's a very good opportunity to sell there also. As I said, the Brazilian population is very connected. But if you want to sell products, there's some requirements of customs that it's good to know. Something like there's prohibited products like alcoholic beverage, tobacco, and all tobacco-related products, weapons, wild animals, and wild plants. There's a tax-free products, that books, newspaper, magazines, and medicines. And as I said, until below $50, you don't have to pay tax. That's tax-free. 50%, or even if you ship a product purchase over $50, you have 50% of chance that they won't pay tax, because the customs authority, they are not able to inspect 100% of the packages. So on average, 50% will pass without the tax. And the top reason for buying online for Brazilians is more variety that cannot be found locally. So if you have exclusively products, non-commodity products or products like clothes or food or handcrafts, any products that have good value but it's not a commodity, we will have a good chance to sell in Brazil. And also, Brazil is very price sensitive. Brazilians, shoppers, they are very price sensitive. So they also buy online to save money. 7 out of 10 Brazilian cross-border online shoppers cite fraud as the main reason against making a cross-border online payment. So fraud is it's a very huge problem in Brazil. But if you sell there, I would say that you should use a payment method like PayPal. Because PayPal, you can sell in Brazilian reais and get the money here in euros. You can sell in installments in Brazil. And so PayPal has its own artificial intelligence there to avoid frauds. So it's a good way to start. And also PayPal is the top payment method for cross-border in Brazil. 77% of Brazilians have used PayPal for an overseas purchase in the last 12 months. Well, finally, some reasons to invest in Brazil, even if you are thinking about to sell products or digital goods. As I said, it's a large economy, a large domestic market with 212 million population, and we expect to reach 100 million e-shoppers until 2022. And a diversified economy making it less vulnerable to international crises. The average GDP over the last 10 years, even with the economic crisis that we faced 2 years ago, amounted to 3.6%. This is a higher long-term growth average than in many other countries. Brazil has a large and expanding middle class, and we expect to expand more this middle class for the next 4 years because of the new government. Brazil is the 5th largest country in the world. On the World Bank currently ranks Brazil as the 9th largest economy in the world, and has a strategic geographic location, allowing easy access to other South American and Latin America countries also, like Chile, Argentina. Just to finish here, I'd like to show you a mini movie made by Johnny Walker a few years ago, showing that the economy, when the Brazilian economy has been growing again, they call it the giant has awake. Can you click there? May I click here? No? Okay, no problem. I can share you the presentation if you just send me an email.
We'll take it on.
Yes, thank you very much.